This is a reading from American Gilt Debut by J.D. Peterson. "Oh, what fun," Sara said. "Our dance went perfectly." "That was fun," Carrie agreed. "My mother and Mrs. Stevens were very pleased. Now," she urged, changing the topic, "tell me more about this man that's caught your attention." Sara put a hand on Carrie's arm and whispered confidentially, "As my best friends, it is your duty to help me discover his identity." "Well, what does he look like?" Carrie met her eye in the mirror. "Well, he has dark, glossy hair," Sara blushed at the thought of him, "and mysterious brown eyes. He holds himself proudly, like a Greek god." She giggled and brushed a bit of hair back into place. "Come on, let's get back to the ballroom so I can point him out to you." "That's the best idea I've heard all day." Carrie put her comb in her pocketbook. "Show me the way." Fighting a shiver of anticipation, Sara maneuvered her way through guests gathered in the hallway. The two ladies entered the ballroom. Carrie guided them toward a buffet table laden with fabulous hors d'oeuvres and finger foods. Sara saw Anita dancing, while Edith and Elizabeth talked with Sara's sisters at the buffet table. Joining the ladies, Sara and Carrie noticed that from their vantage point, they had a full view of the ballroom. Pretending to look at the food, Sara's eyes surreptitiously scanned the guests. Finally, she spotted him. "There he is," Sara whispered, "with those men under the palms." "Which one is he?" Carrie glanced discreetly at the group engaged in animated conversation. "The one on the left, next to James Waterbury." Sara picked up a plate and walked along the table. She placed a bit of smoked salmon and capers on the china, continuing to observe the men out of the corner of her eye. Carrie finally caught a view of the group. "Why, Sara, you've got a crush on Oliver Belmont?" "Oliver Belmont?" Sara repeated the name. "I'm familiar with the Belmont family. Haven't I seen him around Newport or New York? He's from such a prominent family." "His parents sent him away to Naval Academy," Carrie informed her. "The men in his family are great American war heroes. I suppose they want Oliver to carry on the tradition." Strains of music began filling the air, the orchestra starting another tune. Sara watched couples gather for the next dance. Feeling a tap on her shoulder, she turned to see a tall, middle-aged man with light brown hair standing behind her. She instantly recognized him. William Vanderbilt, one of the nouveau riche. Immediately, Sara was grateful that Mrs. Stevens did not have a restricted guest list. "Miss Whiting," he bowed in greeting. "As my wife is presently occupied, will you join me for this dance?" Sara knew his reputation as a philanderer and hesitated. Nevertheless, she was flattered by the attention of this attractive, powerful man, and besides, it was terribly impolite to refuse a gentleman a dance, if one had not been previously promised. "As it happens, my dance card is free, Mr. Vanderbilt. I'd be delighted." Taking leave of Carrie, who was likewise invited to dance by Marshall Wilson, Sara allowed William to lead her onto the ballroom floor, where the dancers had arranged themselves in two parallel lines for the next cotillion. She and William joined in with the lively steps. I see you survived your debut in Delmonico's last month." "Yes, thank you." Sara moved her feet in rhythm. "It was a lovely evening." "Well, you are a lovely addition to society," William flirted. "I'm sure your dance card is quite full." "Is that a question or a statement?" Sara lowered her lashes, smiling shyly. "Being married, I would have to say it is a statement." William took her hands, twirling Sara, keeping time to the music. "But I must admit," he added between steps, "you're a captivating young woman." She tried to hide her blush, while observing William's glance travel over her bodice. Sara suspected his attentions went a bit farther than a dance partner. In spite of his married status, she found herself flirting back. Perhaps it's the party's atmosphere, she thought, remembering her manners. No harm is done, it's just a dance. But she grew more intrigued, charmed by William. Her internal battle of wills mercifully came to an end when the orchestra concluded the song.